Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2 of My Favorite Things. Today I'm coming to you from my home where I am sheltering in place. I'd like to tell you about my love for all things furry. Cats, bunnies, wild animals of all kinds, but most of all dogs. Dogs have been used for centuries for labor, hunting, therapy, and most of all, companionship. Some research even suggests that wolves were domesticated as far back as 20,000 years ago. Dogs have been a big part of my adult life. Even the summer I was married, we acquired our first dog named Barney. Barney was a Samoyed Husky mix and was without a doubt part wolf. He was with us for 13 years. After he passed away, a few months later, we acquired Oscar. Oscar was a 40-pound lab mix that we acquired from the Humane Society. He was loving with humans, but unsocial, unfortunately, with other dogs. He was with us for 15 years. Currently, we have two beautiful dogs. George here, who is 2.5, and Daisy, who is approximately 4 years old. For some time, we had wanted a Bernese mountain dog. When our previous dog, Oscar, had passed away, we decided it was time to start looking. We finally found a breeder in Ohio who had a 10-week-old puppy available. Without telling our daughter where we were going for the day, we drove 3 hours to pick up the little guy. But on the way home, he was initially very unhappy. But once we figured out that all I had to do was sit in the back seat with his head in my lap and he was all curled up next to me, we absolutely bonded on that ride home. Here are a couple of shots of George when he was just a puppy. Our most recent adoption was in August of 2018. We acquired Daisy here from the Humane Society. She had come from a bad situation in Detroit where she was found on the streets, having just given birth to a litter and was pretty cut up and in rough shape. Authorities had just broken up a puppy mill nearby, and the thought was that Daisy had escaped and then had her puppies. She was brought to the Humane Society here in Washtenaw County and spent a month there recuperating before we found her and brought her home. Daisy was pretty skittish for the first 6 months or so, but gradually became happy and acclimated to our family and her new home where she is greatly loved and is a constant companion for George. Daisy is 140-pound St. Bernard. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little personal history about my dogs today, and I encourage you to look through some photo albums and remember fondly some of the ways your furry friends have added so much to your life. Thanks for joining me.